Hi everyone, it's Georgie here from Her Hair, My Head. I wanted to come on today to talk about toppers and how, depending on the colour of your bio hair, you can actually wear quite a few different shades. You don't necessarily have to get the exact colour of your bio hair. So this is my Highline Lexie. Lexie is the colour pattern, and I'm hoping that the light's good enough that you can see that she is a kind of mid-light brown and she's got some highlighted bits through her. So I'm going to take her off and just show you the colour of my bio hair. This topper, see, it's really hard to gauge the colour on camera. This topper is quite different and lighter than my bio hair. So let's pop that down there. So my bio hair is a sort of mid brown. It's slightly darker at the bottom where I dyed it a long time ago and it's kind of grown out, and there's a few greys, but the roots are a kind of mid maybe to light brown. And what I want to talk to you about is what you can do with colour. So I find my hair colour quite boring, so I've never particularly wanted to match it because it's quite a boring brown. I like a rich brown or a bit more sort of something a bit more exciting. So I've got, as an example, see if I can hold them up all together. I've got 3 toppers that are all different colours. So this one is synthetic. This is Top Wave by Jon Renau, which is a kind of chestnutty brown with red highlights. Then you've got my Lexie Highline, that's a kind of light brown with blonde. And then this is much darker. This is a dark brown from PerfectFringe. So if I show these all next to each other, they're all quite different, but I wear all of these. So I'm just going to show you. So I've shown you the Highline. Right, this is my darkest piece, which is probably a couple of shades darker than my bio hair. It's really hard to see what I'm doing because I'm right by the window so that I get the good light, but it means that the sun is in my eyes a bit. So I'm going to try and, normally I would be a bit more careful about how I'm clipping this in. But for the sake of this video, so that's probably a bit far back than I normally would have. But, so this is a dark brown. Ignore the fact that it's slightly too long. I need to go and get it trimmed, but obviously can't get to a hairdresser at the moment. But in terms of the colour match, you can see that it's slightly darker than my bio hair, but actually I don't think it matters. I mean, to me personally, it blends fine. I suppose I could probably darken my eyebrows. My eyebrows are very fair, but I think that I can pull that off. Right, let's go for the Jon Renau one, which is red. So this is synthetic, comes with these waves. I cut the fringe in, which I'm not 100% happy with, and I might end up getting a steamer to steam it, but for the purposes of this video I shall show you the colour. This has a lot of hair for me, this piece. I'm still not 100% set on it. I thought cutting a fringe in might make it easier to wear, but I didn't really factor in the fact that it's synthetic, so you can't really blow dry the fringe. Get a hairbrush. So again, this is a different shade of brown. I haven't obviously curled my hair or anything. I have this thing whenever with my hair, I always have this side tucked behind my ear, so you always see a bit of my bio hair. But again, I think the blend is pretty good. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, don't freak out and think you have to get the exact same colour topper as your bio hair. You can move around within the shades. Also, it's quite normal for people's hair under here to be darker, so you can afford to go a bit lighter and people aren't really going to notice. The one exception, which I will also show you, is I have a blonde topper. So this is my Evanna topper. Now, when my hair was a bit shorter, I would wear my Evanna most days, and that was the marble brown, which is a kind of quite dark root brown with a little bit of blonde in it. And then I bought it because I really love the piece. It's really light and affordable. It's synthetic. I bought it in this shade, which is Moccachino long rooted. So it's got a nice dark root which matches my bio hair, and then it's very blonde at the ends. Now, when my hair is really short, kind of looks okay, but actually this is too dark to blend with this unless you want a really stark contrast. So I'm just going to show you. So actually the root, which is a kind of mid to dark brown, is a really good match. But so, and this bit is okay. It's obviously going to look stupid because my bio hair is significantly longer, but even when my hair was a couple of inches shorter, I still found, especially at the back, which I will show you, the dark hair, you can see the dark hair because the piece is not too heavy, which I really like about it. It's light, but it means you can see the hair through. So if your hair is dark, it's really obvious. So I am thinking, well, I have been trying to sell this piece, but I really love the colour. If I could just get rid of that hair. The other option, I think, if you're going for a real difference in shade, would be to go for a wig. Now obviously I'm growing my hair a little bit, so this doesn't work. If this was darker, you could possibly curl your hair and blend it a bit more, but I just think this blonde compared to this brown is too much of a contrast. I'll put some pictures up. I mean, I guess you could tie it up and have that, because that, even with this bit out, I still think it's not too bad a blend. So yeah, hopefully that's been useful. I really like, now that I've done this video, so this piece has been a box for ages and I've been trying to sell it, and now that I've done this video, it's reminded me how much I like the colour, which is really annoying. So if anyone wants to buy the topper, I might then use that money to purchase this as a wig. So yeah, choosing colour is, I wouldn't say it's tricky, but I'm hoping it shows that there is a bit more scope. You don't have to be really like stuck in your colour, and you can afford to go a few shades lighter, a few shades darker. If you're going for a complete colour change, that might be obvious, but there's more options with toppers than you think. Thanks for watching, bye!